Hey guys, this is Mikey. If you don't know already, this is the channel Mikey's Video Game Madness. Today we're playing Resident Evil Revelations. This is actually considered one of the best one of the best contemporary Resident Evil games, and some people feel like it goes back to its roots. This was originally on the 3DS. It kind of blows my mind that this doesn't actually have a 3D option. This is on the PlayStation 3. This is also available on the Xbox 360 and of course the 3DS. And I wanted to show you the 3DS version when this game first came out, but this game is kind of way too dark. I knew the camera wouldn't pick up on it, and it was just going to be nearly impossible to film without making a shitty video. So hopefully this video won't be shitty. One thing that I already have to say, since I don't have the extra analog stick on the 3DS, I do like the dual analog stick scheme, although it's not impossible on the 3DS because you can get that little peripheral, but I think you have to get it at GameStop or from the Nintendo's webpage. But I'm sure they probably have some off-brand one. I really need to invest in one because I think at least the regular size 3DS handheld is kind of awkward on my hands because I feel like my hands are too big for it a little bit. Not too big where I can't play it at all, but long periods of gameplay are kind of difficult. So this basically has the standard Resident Evil control. One thing I gotta remember is triangle is your automatic green herbs use. It used to be a shoulder button, but we're playing a game that was originally on the 3DS. Now the physical attacks, press X when you're displayed, evade. Yeah, this is a new thing that isn't in the other Resident Evils. Evading, like when they're about to attack, if you push forward and R back and X at the same time, you actually can dodge the attacks, which is the only Resident Evil I've seen do this. Now, you might wonder, like, what version should I get? Should I bother with the 3DS? First of all, do you have a 3DS? I mean, if you're not, then obviously you know what choice you should pick. But yeah, this game's like really cool, and if you're a fan of the Resident Evil series or survival horror, I definitely recommend it. It's probably not as long as Resident Evil 6, but yeah, but I don't really know which version I prefer because I like the idea of having a decent portable Resident Evil and taking it wherever I can go. I like having two screens, like one for your map and the touchscreen aspect. And the 3D is kind of cool how it adds depth and stuff, and I can take it anywhere with me. On the other hand, I can play this longer with a controller in front of the TV. If I had to choose, and of course this looks better, but not that much better, you know? It looks, since the screen's smaller, it kind of clears up stuff. If you turn off the 3D mode, you actually have anti-aliasing, which this game has, but if you turn on the 3D mode, you kind of get jaggies with the aliasing. But this game isn't that much of a huge drastic improvement where it looks like a completely different game. The 3DS version is probably pretty close to this, and probably in my opinion the best looking 3DS game that I have seen. So I'm gonna give it to the 3DS. So I'm gonna edge it out a little bit on the 3DS, but it's a close tie, and I think what edges it out is the portability and the whole two screens thing. But the console's close because I do like playing games on a big TV, but it's really the first real Resident Evil portable experience. I'm not going to count that remake of the original Resident Evil on the DS. I haven't played it, but you know, this is the real deal. And not only do you get to play Resident Evil on portable systems, but sorry, kind of lost myself in the speech there. Which a lot of people consider the best Resident Evil. I'm going around circles because I'm talking. I'm sure you're used to that though, watching my other videos. this game does change the interface a little bit. Like that little interface thing on the right side hand bottom of the screen was not in the original Resident Evil Revelations. You did most of your work, I believe, on the bottom screen. But it's actually quite shocking how close the 3DS version looks to this. I imagine it wouldn't look nearly as good if it was blown up. But being on a smaller screen and being a handheld, it looked like almost like a current gen game. Even though it's current gen consoles, but I mean current gen handheld console. Surprised this game didn't come out on the PSP. The 3DS is really starting to take off. I think this is, I mean, they had Zelda, but I think when this came out and Super Mario 3D Land came out is when the 3DS really took off. As you can see, this isn't really about action as much as it's about atmosphere and exploring and dead ends and finding keys. It's like the old Resident Evil, but still fun. And I like in this game, I don't know how much you'll see on the demo. This is the demo, by the way, if I didn't express that already. The actual game hasn't come out yet. So you can watch this and judge for yourself, but you should really just download the demo if you have the ability to. I think they're going to take the demo off. I heard somebody say that, but I don't know that if that's true or not. But I heard something about they might be taking the demo off of the PlayStation Network and Xbox Live stores once the game comes out. One thing about this game, though, I can't remember if you can run or not. Oh, this is the scanning device. Usually you had to select that individually, but this is actually bind it to one button. That's kind of cool. This isn't the first time I played this, but this is the first time I've played this for more than 2 seconds. I just wanted to see what it looked like, and then I didn't play it, and I said I'll save it for a video. That way I'd have like a decent first impressions of what this game would be like. But I have played and owned the 3DS game for quite some time, so I don't know if I'd buy this since I already have the 3DS. It just depends on what you want. But I think for right now I'm happy with the 3DS version, and like I said, I like the idea of a portable Resident Evil, and I do like the way this game is paced. It's in small little chapters because it was originally a handheld game, so they want to make it fun in short little bursts, and it goes from different parts of the stories. It skips around. You also can play as Chris Redfield and these other 2 guys. I can't remember what the hell their names are. Did I see a door there? I'm talking, running my mouth. One thing, I don't know if you can run on this. I don't think you could run on the other one. I think this is as fast as Jill goes. I think it just relies solely on the analog stick. I'm used to holding X in Resident Evil and having them run. I am so going the wrong way. When I first saw this game on the handheld, I couldn't believe it was on a handheld, because the 3DS has roughly the power of like the Wii, in my opinion. Some people disagree. I could see this game maybe on the PlayStation Vita, but to have a game that looks this good and then have it process double the images for 3D is just astounding. I wish Capcom would do more with the 3DS, and I'm sure they will, and I'm kind of excited to see what they're going to do in the future, because they have a decent engine. This is becoming a terribly long video because I'm not knowing what I'm doing. And it looks like those textures were probably saved from the 3DS. Some things don't translate to when it's blown up to 42 inches versus, I don't even know how big that screen is. Like, what is it, like 4 inches wide or something? I don't know. It's not that big. I wish I had a 3D XL. One thing about the 3D XL though, that you do pay for. Alright, I had no problem finding where I had to go when I played this for like a second last time. But apparently this time I'm having an issue. And I played this game on the 3DS. There's little touch sensitive games that, well, they're not games, but little areas where you have to rewire stuff on the 3DS version. I don't know how they do it on this version because I haven't come across it. I literally played this game for like 1 minute when I first downloaded it. So this is one of the creatures. One thing I do remember having to do is scan everything, and it's a good way to scavenge for weapons too. See? Now I found something. Handgun ammo. And according to this, they say I can't have any more. Alright, I believe I'm going the right way now. Congratulations to me. There's a 3DS demo. I don't remember if it started in this area or not. I don't like the 3DS demos when they like make us, they're always like a little counter at the bottom that tells you how many times you can play it. That's so stupid because some of the demos are so short. I guess they're scared. So this is a handheld, you might get most of the experience in one demo, and that's just not true. Probably been to all of these places already. But it's whatevs. I have this thing where I have to look in the toilet to see if they rendered poop. They did not render poop in this. I hate games that make me, I don't hate games, but I dislike it when a game makes me, or tries to encourage me to break my analog stick. These controllers are not cheap, and since I haven't played this in a while, my aim is terrible. Played a Resident Evil game, and actually it's been like a month or so, but I've been playing 6, but I don't remember 6's aim being that sensitive. Should I scan the dead body and get points? Not that it matters, this is a damn demo, I'm not going to benefit from anything. Oops, I pushed triangle, which used my herb. I guess I'm already reloaded all the way. So I don't know what the hell those things are that you fight. I don't remember anyway. There's some slug-like variation of the virus. I think it leads into Resident Evil 6. Because you fight some sort of variation of them in 6. There's not a lot of pieces of paper that explain the story in 6. There's a little bit in this, but not as much as like the old Resident Evil games.
Come on, say something.
It's a huge doorknob.
I found Chris, but he's trapped in there.
Can you get him out?
No, it's a tough lock. I need the key.
Okay, then let's find it.
Well, it's getting Resident Evil like. I need a key. This is probably where I've already been. Before I go on some random ass adventure, I probably should look back down here. And if you guys are screaming at the screen telling me what to do, I apologize. I've gotten past this part on the 3DS. I'm just talking and it's just not worth it for me to concentrate on at the same time. It probably doesn't make for a better video. I know I was already here. So you're gonna tell me that that thing was here the whole time? Well, I got handgun ammo. Item found. Can I reach it from there? No. Yes. Maybe. Handprint found. This is what detectives of the future do. I like the game Heavy Rain, but I always thought it was weird that, because the game takes like a serious tone and all of a sudden you play as this detective that has augmented reality glasses that scan fingerprints in. It's all weird and futuristic. I thought that felt so out of place to that game. I've never done a video of Heavy Rain. I don't know where's a good point to start, and I always felt like it was a game that like people should experience on their own, but I might do a video anyway because I don't know, like Beyond Two Souls is coming out and that game's probably similar and people will be playing that, and it's got to get covered at some point. I'm gonna run out of games. I need to get back to doing Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis and Master System, Game Boy, and Game Gear games. I need to get back to that, and I haven't. I will. When? I don't know. I know I still have some requests for some of those games, and I apologize to the people that I requested them. I haven't got to them yet. This is just gonna go upstairs, isn't it? I don't know where the hell that key would be. I cannot remember shit in this game. Unless they changed it, but I doubt it. They did change the interface though. There's a bunch of goo everywhere. Item found. Handgun ammo. They say ammo's sparse in this game and I read in magazines, but if you really look, you can find a somewhat decent amount. What is it? It's behind this door, whatever it may be. Oh, it's handgun ammo. It keeps on giving it to me even though I have like a big red X's every time I pick it. What's the point of this? It's gonna take me here and there's absolutely nothing to do. Now that should have rang. Oh, ring the bell. Maybe it is ringing and I can't hear. Anyway, this video is getting long as shit. You saw me shoot a monster and scan some shit. I don't know how long this demo is going to be and how long that you actually want to see me walk around in circles because I missed the most obvious door ever. But anyway, this is Resident Evil Revelations. Definitely check it out if you don't want to get it on the 3DS, this is a good alternative. But I guess if you prefer the Resident Evil games that are more action oriented, maybe you won't like this one. There are action parts in this, but it is slower paced like the older Resident Evils, which I and most other people who are fans of the series agree on. But I don't know. This is probably the best contemporary Resident Evil to come out, I guess, since people said 4. But in my personal opinion, I think Resident Evil Code Veronica was the last great Resident Evil to come out, because I really liked Resident Evil 2, 3, 4. I even liked the first one. Actually, the remake was the last great one to come out, but that's a remake, so I really shouldn't count that one. Didn't like Zero that much, with trying to control 2 characters at the same time in real time. That was kind of dumb. The graphics are really nice on it though. But anyway, guys, thank you for watching and take care. Goodbye.